I gotta say a couple things about conspiracies in general. And to tell you the truth, I don't like using that word because usually it's collusion amongst a few individuals for some kind of goal. You know, they can't tell people in general what's going on because they got a good scam. They're putting the wool over people's eyes. It's sometimes, a lot of times, it's a money scam or it's just for political office or whatever, you know. And people do it all the time at different levels anyway. So I mean, it's not like rocket science to figure out that the most powerful people aren't more adept at being quiet about their plans, and they're very intelligent and they work together. But you take somebody like this guy, I'm really surprised how this guy can exist. I know he gives you some accurate information. I want to tell you right off the bat, my opinion of this guy, he's a nutcase, period. With his lizard people and all this other stuff. I don't know how people can believe in that junk, but whatever. But to tell you the truth, there's certain things he says that are accurate, you know. But this junk about the reptilian humanoids, and here you got a pie chart, you know. 30% of people are human, and some are human and reptilian, and some are Anunnaki and Palladians and shit. This guy is a freaking nut. You know, I don't know how the hell he makes money selling his bullshit. Well, like I said, some things he says is true, but he's got some really wacky things. I can't believe this guy is around. But this is an example of conspiracy theories gone wrong. And this is a chart I think is pretty humorous based upon some of the beliefs of some people. I don't know where the hell they come up with these numbers from. I guess they took some kind of special census to figure out, you know, how many people are clones or whatever the hell it is, or whatever the hell it is. I have no idea. Now, this other guy, you know, there's a lot of people putting a lot of faith in this. I'm going to point out about this other guy, Benjamin Fulford. He talks about the White Dragon Society in Japan. Used to be called the Black Dragon Society, and it was real back in one time. You know, they're trying to get the Russian Empire out of East Asia, right? And after the United States won the World War II, the occupation army basically outlawed the Black Dragon Society. Then they formed another society, I think it was in the early 60s. I know this is Wikipedia, you know, some secret society ain't going to be on Wikipedia, but, you know, I'm going to tell you, I'm kind of driving up to something. I'm not doubting that there's secret societies in Japan and China, but I'm going to tell you something. I don't know where the hell they got their offer from. Rothschild family offers White Dragon Society $25 trillion to go away. Well, you know what? You should have took the money. Then acted like their friend and stabbed them in the back. You guys are stupid. Okay? But anyway, I don't know why he wouldn't have took this 20. This guy is. I don't know how people can believe this bullshit. Because you know what it is. He probably has accurate information in here. But I'm sure as hell not buying his stuff. I'm laughing at it. And, you know, $8 a month. Well, he could have got $25 trillion, you know. I mean, it's like if you spend $1 million a year since the time of Christ, that would take you to $2 billion. So this is like, you know, many thousand times more than that even. So I don't know why you didn't take the money. You know, but you want your $8 a month for your newsletter, right? And you know, you use your PayPal. I tell you the truth, I don't know. Maybe be selling something that, you know, for $8 a month, you might figure out how to make some money for some advice he gives you. So I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing, but you know, you're begging for $8 a month. I don't know why you didn't take the $25 trillion, right? But as far as real conspiracies, I'm going to tell you right now, the ones that are going on is destruction of currencies. That's a simple one to figure. Gold and silver, one of your best bets to to keep preserve your wealth. Physical gold and silver. Destruction of currencies has happened, and it's real. It's deliberate. People who run the central banks are going to freaking rip off everybody's wealth by destroying the currencies. Sovereign debt crisis. They're pumping up the public debt more and more and more. They're never going to get out of it. There's going to be some kind of reorganization or something like that. It's all planned. It's obvious. I mean, call that a conspiracy. Well, yeah, I guess it's a conspiracy, but it's plain as day and obvious to me. I mean, I don't even have to think too hard to see what they're doing. And these people that run everything in the world, as far as like at the hot top echelons in finance, you think they don't know what the hell they're doing? I mean, everybody's saying Bernanke's stupid, or whatever. I mean, he's a little guy, I guess, compared to the overall scheme of things. Everybody says Bernanke's stupid. He's not stupid, okay? I mean, he's got a game plan. Poisonous pharmaceuticals. It's just a money racket. Cancer's been cured. A lot of diseases have been cured. I mean, cures are dirt cheap. Yeah, I know they don't exist. You got to be a doctor. You can't say that and all this kind of. They do exist. It's no BS. Genetically modified foods. That's basically a poisonous food chain. People have a choice. They usually don't take that crap. In Japan, they got more brains over there, I guess, than in the Western countries. They don't even have that kind of food over there. They don't even take it. But these things I would call money conspiracies. Power conspiracies. They're real. That's four basic things. As far as some of the crazier things that are out there, this is a pretty good one because you could see it. They're talking about them using some kind of weapon or something like that to cause a volcano in Japan. This is a few days after they had the tsunami. I'll just play this real quick. You'll just zipping through it here. You can see the light coming up. I mean, it's pretty obvious something was going on here. I mean, this was off a webcam that was on a volcano. But it makes you wonder if they got this kind of weapon or something like that, and they're supposedly don't want to invade Iran. I mean, why don't they use it, right? Who the hell knows? But I mean, there's something. I mean, I could see something with this. Maybe this is a crazy theory, but you can pretty much see what's going on. There's something weird going on here. I mean, it's not like nobody faked this. Another guy I was reading about, this guy's been around forever. I know they talk about the chemtrails, weather modification and stuff like that. Ben Livingston, he's been around a long time. He did the weather modification in the Vietnam era. I mean, I read about this crap before computers were even around. And, this guy's like a qualified guy. He's giving you some good information. He says that we had ways that we could modify hurricanes and stuff, and some people were saying that Katrina was, conspiracy theory, but Katrina was deliberately pumped up as a hurricane to cause more damage. That's a pretty outlandish claim, but you know what? There's a few other things that kind of, I don't know, I heard about the dikes being blown up and stuff. I mean, there's some possibility in that because I think the capability's there. Talks about the chemtrails. I don't know what the hell they're for, but I can tell you the truth that there's too many sightings of this, too many tests in the water supply, showing barium and aluminum and stuff, and it's not real. So I mean, some of these conspiracy theories, they're not theories. I mean, it's real. Something's real. But some of this stuff out there, this guy, forget about it. This guy ain't buying either. I mean, with his White Dragon Society, I don't know what the deal is he's selling over here. But I think people worry too much about bullshit. I think the only thing you gotta worry about is not eating this shit, staying away from that, keeping the gold and silver. They're going to destroy the currencies. Don't keep too much fiat garbage on hand, and everything will be fine. But I think there's a lot of information out there. It's a lot of bullshit, to tell you the truth. So I wouldn't worry about every little stupid thing that's going on.